our brother in whom we are well pleased, the only Nigerian barrister that is a practicing engineer. Let's put our hands together for our brother Zebola Robert. My GM, our chairman here is a trained barrister at law, but he is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Dangosu. They are duly recognized. And my great teacher, I call him my great teacher. I happen to be one of the luckiest persons in this gathering today. Because if I look at my right, I see a lot of my uncles. If I look at my right, I see a lot of my fathers. If I look at my left, I see a lot of my uncles. If I look behind, a lot of my friends, schoolmates, and classmates. And so I consider myself very privileged today. Aloha, sir. My great teacher, he taught me in the secondary school, JSS 1, 2, and 3. Part of what I am today came from him. It's no other person than Chief Adolphus Ekpe. And then our father, of course, Chief Apollo, who has been a very strong pillar at the Ogbia Brotherhood. In fact, without people like them, the Unity branch wouldn't have been existing. So let's recognize once again our brother, Chief Apollo. Let's put our hands together for him. If I move to my left, let me quickly recognize my senior brother, my uncle, and a very rare breed in the Ogbia kingdom. He happens to come to one of the biggest and tallest and longest communities in Ogbia. Who knows the community that has the highest serving monarch, the longest serving monarch in Ogbia? Did any of you know? Okay. Okay, put your hands, so come and take, I'll give you 200 naira after now. Oh, you want to? No, it's 200 naira, 200 naira. So my brother, has served for 45 years now and still counting. Put your hands together for Chief Robert Ayala Enoa. He is one man who has charged us, the younger generation. He said, look, do not allow the brotherhood to die in your hands. Whatever it takes to do it. I am behind you to support you. And he has provided Ayala hotels for us. Every point in time, anytime you like, come here and hold your occasion. But I have a report to make. There was one day I go there to sleep. The people didn't give me a room. School. He happens to be a classmate to one of my cousins. When I was starting class 1 in the secondary school, I think he was in class 4. Then we call it class 1, class 2, and 3. And today I'm privileged to also have him here as one of our dignitaries. I'm talking of no other person than the distinguished executive chairman of the great Ogo government area in person of Golden Jeremiah. Let's put our hands together for him. I just finished my university and was struggling to start life. It was one man who is seated here that called me, said, look, you studied engineering, but the engineering you studied alone is not enough to take you ahead. There are certain skills you need. And one of the skills you need is a skill in hot. In fact, when we were small, and then they call somebody professor, I thought professor is a title for people that have died. I never knew until when I got into the university before I knew that, oh, professors are people that have gotten to the apex of academics. And then in Ogbia, it's difficult to find any professor. Today, by the special grace of God, we have professors, here and there. One of them, a very distinguished one, professor of medicine at that. Professor of medicine at that, not just ordinary professor. I'm talking of Professor Faith Robert. You are duly recognized, sir. Hello, sir. Yeah. And of course, my senior brother, the string puller, the heavyweight. If there is any problem in Ogbia and you call him, well, people police us warn you, so one person has been arrested, though, he is there. He has risked his life on so many occasions. He's a very distinguished barrister at law. I'm talking of no other person than Chief Barrister Rex Jude Ogbuku. The kingdom also decided to reward him with the best of the women we have. The wife was a schoolmate of mine, and like I say, attest to the strength of her character. I'm talking of no other person than Mrs. Stella Onyobe Roberts. You're welcome, ma'am. And of course, your beautiful daughter, I recognize you too. Back to my left, the reasons for why we are here. The heavyweights. The heavyweights. I'm talking of no other person than that one that started his career from councillorship. From councillor, he grew to become vice chairman. From vice chairman, he grew to become chairman. From chairman to House of Assembly to commissioner, gradually until now, is at the national level. I want to tell you about something very unique. This man was one of the people who worked with us as a student when we were trying to set up the George Amangala Memorial Library in Ogbia town. Unfortunately, that project failed. I'm talking of no other person than Honorable Mitema Obodo. Let's put our hands together for him. And of course, the man who has been going helter-skelter, scanning the database, the employment database of Nigeria here and there. If he sees any place where Ogbia people are lacking, he will go there to fight. There is no Ogbia man here. He will bring an Ogbia man here. There is no somebody from Bayelsa. You will bring a Bayelsa man here. I'm talking of no other person than Sir Dr. Tonye G. Okio. Ogbia law. And then the young shall grow. As the old are getting weaker, if the young don't grow to take over their places, then definitely society will go grounded. We have one of our brightest minds here, duly recognized, and has been given an appointment by the president. I'm talking of no other person than Barrister Fernandez Marcos Obiene. Let's put our hands together for him. Hello, he's a very young man. His uncle is my classmate. So no, make I don't mind the Biabia as a plenty like that. When we were in secondary school, we were still a toddler. But congratulations, and we are happy for this wonderful opportunity that has come. And of course, let me recognize my GM, the General Manager, Procurement Department. I'm talking of no other person than Engineer Dr. Lantewa Ghana. He's a very good friend of the Ogbia Kingdom, and he has come. Ogbia Loa. And of course, the Venerable, in whom we are well pleased. You know that the Ogbia Brotherhood was founded by an Anglican priest. And so here at the Unity Branch, what we do is that at the end of every year and the beginning of every year, we've adopted a church, an Anglican church called the Church of Pentecost, where we go for our Thanksgiving. And by November 15th or so, we'll be coming for our end of year Thanksgiving. So Venerable, you are welcome. I am glad that at least you have come here to see our people. A lot of them are still coming. And so to the women, if you are a woman from another kingdom and you are not married here, I want to advise, Ogbia men are the best. Not be so. And if you are a man from another kingdom and you are not married, Ogbia women are the best. Not be so. Put your hands together for yourself, for the women. If I continue to recognize one by one, I will not end. So I want to plead that you allow me to start on the existing protocol. All protocols duly observed. Ogbia Unity Branch. So I come here. I'll translate the Ogbia language to the English language so that all of us will be able to understand what I'm saying. And so on behalf of the Ogbia Brotherhood Unity Branch, Abuja and Northern Nigeria, I warmly welcome you all to this grand reception ceremony in honor of our federal legislators of the 10 National Assembly and federal government appointees. Today, we are delighted to celebrate our distinguished sons, distinguished Senator Sunday Benson Agadaga MON, Senator representing Bayelsa East Senatorial District, Honorable Chief Mitema, Managing Director / Chief Executive Officer, Niger Delta Development Commission, Sir Dr. Tonye G. Okio, Honorable Commissioner representing Bayelsa State at the Federal Character Commission, and, of course, the last but not the least, Barrister Fernandez Marcos Obieni, Special Assistant to the President on Justice Reform and ICT through digital and innovative technology. I thought you are going to put your hands together. We are grateful to God for his infinite mercies upon our people and kingdom. We also wish to use this medium to formally congratulate all our dear celebrants whom God has placed to occupy this position in God at such a time like this, when the Ogbia kingdom is grappling with numerous challenges, challenges of disunity, challenges of underdevelopment, and many more. The Ogbia Brotherhood Unity Branch, Abuja and Northern Nigeria believes that it is time to address the issue of disunity within Ogbia. United, we can drive the development of Ogbia just as our founding fathers of the Brotherhood did in time past. This is a call from the Unity Branch to all Ogbia people, especially to our distinguished honorees, whom we have gathered here to celebrate. Today's occasion provides a unique opportunity to start this important conversation improvement. Our communities lack essential amenities. There are no roads, no access to clean water, no electricity, no hospital, and no good schools. Our people's aspirations for a better place within Nigeria are yet to be realized. The numerous promises made by the federal government to Ogbia remain unfulfilled. Ogbia has been neglected, left to struggle in hardship and deprivation, despite our substantial contributions to the economic growth, peace, and stability of Nigeria. Now, like this, Ogbia go dey extract our resources to benefit other regions. Therefore, we propose a new agenda focused on peace and reconciliation. The Unity Branch calls on all factions within Ogbia to embrace peace and work together for the collective welfare of our people. Excuse me. At the stakeholders, to establish a unifying vision that will consistently bring our people and communities together. This vision will strengthen our primary objective of serving as a central rallying point for all Ogbia citizens residing in Abuja and Northern Nigeria. Our mission is to unify the people of Ogbia Kingdom to achieve a socio-economic and political relevance in the Nigerian Federation. In pursuit of this noble goal, infrastructural, economic, and human capacity development dominate our thoughts and planning. We are also deeply concerned about the preservation of our culture and heritage, especially our language. We have developed an agenda which will be shared with our honorees and other stakeholders, but none of these will be achievable without unity. Without collaboration and collective effort, the development we seek for Ogbia Kingdom, Bayelsa State, and Nigeria will remain out of reach. God forbid. As a responsible organization, we recognize the magnitude of Ogbia, we recognize the magnitude of work required to bring this mission to life. It demands considerable effort and collaboration among our leaders, especially our distinguished honorees. However, this task is achievable. We urge you to work together as a team, united in purpose for the greater good of our people, regardless of political affiliations. Remember always that while political platforms may guide you to different destinations, the true substance remains the people you have chosen to serve. Mr. Chairman, our esteemed guests and honorees, please permit me to take this opportunity to remind the federal government of Nigeria of her indebtedness and obligation to the Ogbia Kingdom. Ogbia is the birthplace of Nigeria's crude oil and gas wealth. And Ogbia's son, Chief Dr. Melford Okilo, played a pivotal role in the formation of the pre-independence government that led to Nigeria's political independence from the British in 1960. Furthermore, it was the decisive action of His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, and Ogbia's son that averted the predicted disintegration of Nigeria during the 2015 elections. His historic phone call to former President Muhammadu Buhari has been instrumental in keeping Nigeria united to this day. And I have a question to ask you. Don't you think that Ogbia deserves a special status and recognition for these indispensable contributions that have helped sustain our country? Don't you think so? And so, at the Brotherhood, we believe that Ogbia ethnic nationality, economic growth, peace, security, and political stability. Ogbia Kingdom currently faces severe developmental and environmental challenges that threaten her ecosystem and communities, including flooding, erosion, oil pollution, gas flaring, water turbidity, etc. These issues have resulted in the loss of numerous lives and properties. We therefore urge the federal government to allocate 2%, only 2%. How many percent? How many percent? Only 2% of all oil and gas revenue earnings for the next 20 years to address these pressing challenges in the Ogbia Kingdom. As an opportunity to interact closely and strengthen our unity in shared efforts to strategize on how to move the Ogbia Kingdom from a land of history to a land of glory. It is time for us to reason and work together for our common good. And just for the information of, okay, MD Donlan, give us music. Special man.